Marianne Demain joins us now with more on this story. And what we're focusing on is the investigation, but also, these people are in a very close proximity.
They really are. And it is in the same area where there was another outbreak just last year in that same southeastern part of London, Ontario. And that's also part of the investigation, trying to figure out what's causing this latest outbreak. And that's why they declared the outbreak in the first place. Health officials in London, Ontario, receiving a majority of those reports for Legionnaires' disease within this past week alone. The cause, though, at this point, still unknown. What we do know, though, is that Legionnaires' disease is a respiratory illness caused by the Legionella bacteria. That's a bacteria that lives in different water sources, particularly warm and still water. And once it gets infected, any droplets or mist that might be infected with this bacteria, if you inhale it, then you too could be infected with Legionnaires' disease. It is warm right now. It is the summer months. People are running their air conditioners. And we know that officials have said that cooling towers, which are part of industrial air conditioning systems, are breeding grounds for this Legionella bacteria, often associated with these types of outbreaks. And earlier this morning, we heard from Dr. Gupta as he talked about the Legionnaires' infections.
So whether it's somewhere in the HVAC system, we also see it in hot tubs, water towers. Often at this time of year, it means that it's in the humidity system attached to the air conditioner. So it's getting in the air. The bacteria becomes aerosolized. People in that building breathe it in, and it can cause a pneumonia.
So what is going to happen now with the investigation in this latest outbreak? Well, they're going to be looking at these towers here, those cooling towers, as I mentioned there. But as I also mentioned, this is also the second outbreak of Legionnaires in this particular area of London, Ontario, the southeastern part of the city, since last year. In 2024, 2 people died because of Legionnaires' disease. 30 people were infected. In that case, Crystal, the source of that outbreak was not clear. And so they're hoping that they find out the source this time around. In 2024, just naturally died down at the end of summer.
So the investigation is ongoing, but who's most at risk here?
Yeah, people who are over 40 years of age, those who have chronic illnesses or weakened immune system, they're really at risk. And we have some of the symptoms to show you as well to watch out for. There you can see that it's also fever, chills, dry cough. And that's why the concern is for those who maybe can't fight off this infection, as well as those who have healthier immune systems. It is, as I mentioned, more common in the summer as well as in the fall. Ways to protect yourself, of course, that is the next question. Dr. Gupta did mention you could wear a mask possibly, but because it's coming from different sources, we may not even know if things are actually infected. You could make sure that you properly maintain things like your humidifier, your air conditioner, even shower heads, things that would create mist or those droplets that we're talking about. But again, until they know the exact source, it's hard to say.
Marianne, thank you so much.
You're welcome.